we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
It's an amazing feeling when you come back from your travel and rest your head on that same old familiar pillow. I was traveling for almost 10 days in the northeastern part of our country, and now I'm back home with so many ideas. I was so worried about my plants, leaving them in harsh summer for 10 days, but thankfully most of them are in good condition. And now I'm going to look at all the souvenirs I have bought from this trip. This is my favorite thing to do whenever I'm back from a travel or a vacation. This helps me relive all the beautiful memories from the trip. So my husband is from Assam, and we always buy some ghost chili or bhujulaki as they call it, and some lemons whenever we are home. It is our mandatory ritual. And this time we were also visiting Arunachal Pradesh, and we bought some local wine. We were told that these are made locally in the homes. We also got some wines which were made in Bhutan, so pretty excited to try them out. So my husband is that kind of traveler who always loves buying magnets and keychains for friends and family, and I am the type who always looks for some local crockery. It is my weakness. So when I spotted these blue and white crockeries, I have to buy them. I love them. They look so beautiful, and I have been looking out for them, and I bought them from a very small town called Rupa in Arunachal Pradesh, and they were at such a throwaway price. I can't tell you. I wanted to buy all of them, but I had a flight luggage limit, so I have to think about it as well. I don't know why, but I feel food looks much more beautiful in blue and white plates. I had stayed at so many beautiful, interesting homestays, and I went to a lot of local cafes, and I felt so inspired. I decided I had to make some changes in my little coffee station, and I added these cute bowls and mugs. Lately I have been obsessed with blue and white pottery. You will see a lot of it in different corners of my home. I am trying to collect it slowly and gradually. I don't want to overdo it, but I love how it is looking now. Since I was feeling so inspired, I decided to reshuffle some decor in the house, and decided to decorate this small awkward space. This is a small wall sandwiched between the guest bath and the bedroom door. So I started looking at all the art I've collected. I love collected vintage art prints. This is another obsession of mine. I collect these HD prints either from Etsy or sometimes from free sources like museum websites and all, and I get them digitally printed. So I added the mirror and art in the small wall space, and it immediately started looking so pretty. My long-term vision for this space is to add a rustic wooden table, but I think as of now this pedestal table and whole floral arrangement looks good here, and I'm happy. So we are done decorating for the day, and now it's time to do some baking. Time to use the lemons which we got straight from Assam. I love baking tea cakes, and lemon tea cake is my favorite, and you have to try this recipe. This is a no-fail recipe. You are going to love it for sure. Now we are going to start with the flour mixture. Basically we are taking 250 grams of flour, white flour or Maida as we call it, and into this we are going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder and half a teaspoon of baking soda. We'll mix it properly and keep it aside. Now this particular recipe has got eggs, but if you are a vegetarian or you do not eat eggs, then you can let me know. I do have a eggless version as well. I will share it in the comments if you need it. I used to do food blogging along with my job before my daughter's birth, and I made this particular recipe for a popular website called Archana's Kitchen. And this tea cake was so popular, it was tried by more than 5,000 people. You can still see it on their website. So I'm going to say it again, you have to try this lemon cake, you will love it. So once we are done mixing milk and eggs, we are moving on to some sugar and butter. Everything is so much beautiful with some butter, and best part is this recipe has not too much of sugar or butter. This recipe has just half a cup of each butter and sugar, which will give a nice texture to your tea cake, which will go perfectly with your tea and coffees. Now we are going to whisk everything properly until the sugar is completely dissolved. And now we are taking a big bowl and we will keep adding our wet and dry ingredients and keep mixing them until we get a smooth batter. Now this is a tea cake, which means the batter is not going to be too flowy, it will be slightly thick, so don't worry about the consistency. And in the last step, we are going to add juice of 1 full lemon, the lemons which we have got all the way from Assam, then some vanilla essence and some lemon zest. Don't skip adding lemon zest because it will bring that freshness and summery flavor to this tea cake. Now all you need to do is line your baking tray with some parchment paper or apply some butter and flour mixture on your tin. I use this bread loaf tray for baking my tea cakes. I love how it comes out. You can use any other tray, whatever is available with you, transfer your batter and bake it. This tea cake can last you for a week. Just make sure you are storing it in an airtight container and lightly microwave it before serving it so that it is soft. Also, I always tap my tin couple of times so that the batter is properly settled. I get better cakes whenever I do this. This was a rather slower week for me. I always give myself some time whenever I'm coming back from a trip or vacation. I take my time settling in the house, cleaning all the sections, getting slowly into the routine so that I do not feel overwhelmed. So it is almost 6 o'clock. Our cake is cooled and ready. I'm going to pair it with some lemon tea. I know I'm overdoing with lemon, but these lemons are not always available here, and I'm very tempted to try everything, whatever I can. Sometimes I like to add sugar and lemon drizzle on the top of the cake, and sometimes I do add lemon custard on the top, especially during winters. But during summers I like to go with the simpler version. I like the cake as it is, and I'm just cutting the cake into smaller pieces for my daughters. This is her summer vacation, so I'm keeping it here so that she can pick it up and eat it whenever she feels like. Now I'm going to make some tea for myself and pair it with the delicious tea cake we have made. And evening is the time I start my evening routine. I try to go into that relaxing zone. I avoid taking any work calls and I watch some TV in the evening. I usually watch old cottage tours, how people live in those cottages. Everything old and vintage gives me that relaxing feeling. I also love watching home tours in my leisure time. I have a favorite YouTube channel. It's called Homeworthy, and they have covered some of very beautiful homes around the world, and I've taken a lot of inspiration from those homes. I hope you enjoyed spending this slow day with me. Next week I'm going to be better prepared, so we'll see something more interesting, and I will see you soon. Till then, take care, have fun, bye bye.